Gizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan, know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now, listen, man, you already know time, energy, highest forms of currency, my G. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here working hard, chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, getting that paper, stacking it to the sky, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, the highest forms. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody locked into the channel, everybody that been, down with Grown Man Business TV since day one. Constant elevation, my G. Organic growth. We growing this thing organically at all times. Biggest salute to all the new investors, all the new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV. You already know. You already know how we do over here. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? You made your way to the Realest channel on YouTube, the Realest. When you come for this information, we don't sugarcoat it. You already know how we giving it up. Pure, uncut, unadulterated game. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute. Now listen, man, you see the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail. Always. You see the title. Right now, we talking about Big Sam. You know, he recently came out. He did a whole interview speaking on Nipsey Hussel, speaking on what happened to Nipsey Hussel. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on his whole life, the whole build-up, the whole situation with him and Nipsey Hussel the Great. And I ain't gonna lie, I gotta say, man, first and foremost, amazing interview. Amazing interview. I thought that it was brave. I thought that it was very, very brave for Black Sam to step out there, get on camera, you understand, and just be pure, be genuine. You understand? Like be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because since Nipsey Hussle lost his life, man, it's been a lot of deception. It's been a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's just been a lot of the Hollywood industry games being played with a young king like Nipsey being assassinated. And seeing Black Sam step out there and just be honest about the situation fully. You understand what I'm saying? He got emotional, and he spoke his truth. I thought that was amazing. I thought that was brave, and I got to give a big salute to Black Sam for doing that. Nasty work what happened in Nip Hussle. You understand? And also I got to give an even bigger salute to Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? Big Boy, he sat down with Black Sam. He had a relationship with Nipsey Hussle. He's well known in the West Coast. He's a legend on the West Coast. Big Boy. You know what I mean? Big Boy in the morning, Big Boy radio. He's a legend. So I thought that it was nice. It was a nice chess move to have Big Boy do this interview. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give Big Boy a salute on just asking the right questions, not hiding behind the camera, not doing all of the Hollywood extras, but asking the right questions and asking the hard questions. Because you got to know, asking Black Sam about Nipsey Hussle, asking him about how he felt when Nipsey Hussle lost his life, asking him these in-depth questions is going to evoke emotion. It's going to evoke emotion, my G. It's going to pull tears out of you. It's going to pull at your heartstrings. And I thought Big Boy was the perfect person to interview Black Sam. So all in all, I'm gonna give them 110 on this one right here. This is A1 content. This is top shelf content. This is the top of the line when you get that type of interview between a Big Boy and a Black Sam. Now you already know what I'm doing, man. I'm cooking, you know what I'm saying, handling business. Yeah, we got baked chicken in the oven. Me and baby girl about to do what we do. But before we get into that, I said, you know what? I got to tap in with the people. Now, this Nipsey Hussle situation, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And I had to sit back and digest the interview. I seen a lot of people going live. Even myself, I did it still pre-recorded. I did some editing. Go check that pre-recorded video out. Fire editing. I had a good time making it. But at the same time, I didn't want to go live on this situation until I really sat with what Black Sam was saying. Until I really just sat and digested the whole interview. A lot of people went live. A lot of people been talking about this. And you got to know, man, it's not about who do it first. It's about who do it best. It's never about who does it first. It's about who does it best. And when you come to Grown Man Business TV, you already know the perspective you're going to get is a grown man business perspective. I'm going to give you a whole nother context. I'm going to give you all type of multiple different angles when it comes to these, that these other YouTubers and these other content creators, they not going to touch on, because it's just different over here. So big salute to the chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe button when you come in the building. Is what it is, and we're going to be what it's going to be. Now, one of the first things I want to touch on that I haven't seen anybody else touch on, the first angle that I want to approach when it comes to what Black Sam was talking about, was the whole DVD era. I want to really talk about that real fast and really give my thought process on the DVD era. Now, a lot of you youngsters, y'all been raised in smartphones, y'all been having Spotify and Apple Music, y'all been having these things for a long time. That's all y'all know is tablets and Netflix, X, Y, and Z, right? But you got to understand something, and I noticed that a lot of people skipped over this part. The DVD era. I mean, a golden era. It was a gold rush. I mean, if you had enough gumption and you had enough hustle in you to be able to see what that was, you could have easily made $1 million. And even when I was coming up, I didn't get into that, but I grew up in the DVD era where you would be at the barber shop, you could be at your corner store, you could be anywhere, and it was a fluctuation of DVDs. You had the DVD man, you had the movie man. Before we had Netflix, we would go to the barber shop and we would get the latest movies that haven't even came out yet on bootleg, on DVD, and we would go home and we would have a DVD and chill. We would have a DVD night and chill with the shorties. Before Netflix, before Redbox, before any of that, we had the DVD man that came to the barbershop, came to your job, came to the corner store. This was a gold rush. This was a golden era. And hearing Black Sam explain that Nipsey Hussel put him on the DVD game was just extraordinary content, my G. I mean, amazing. Amazing. And like I said, I've been a hustler. I grew up in that era, and I wasn't one of the ones that got into the DVD game, but I do have a couple of homies that ended up, you know, renting out storefronts, and in the back of the storefront, they had 3 or 4 DVD burners, and they was getting money. Now, Black Sam said he you know, we all know Nipsey Hussle rapped about it. Black Sam said he scratched up $250,000, homie. $250,000 in the DVD game. Buried 250,000 before he went to jail. Yeah, we all heard Nipsey rap about it. We all heard the songs. We all heard the stories. But hearing Black Sam say it out his own mouth and give the story, right? Give the story right up front and speak on that was amazing work. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, my perspective is different. So when I heard him tell that story, that's, to me, where it all began at. What are you talking about, grown man? But what I'm talking about, where you got these 2 dudes that live in the Crenshaw district. You got one of the young men that's eventually going to be connected to the Rolling 60 Crips. And I believe that is the start of where the animosity starts at, because now you got a dude like Nipsey Hussle, you got Black Sam, you got these 2 young kings living in the area, right? You got them moving around, making all this money, and nobody is extorting them. See, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. What you got to understand about this game, what you got to understand about the gang politics is you're going to get the protection. You're going to get to throw up the Rolling 60 Crip sign. You're going to get to say that you down with this set, but you're going to get extorted at the same time. Ooh. See what I'm saying? The game is different over here at Grown Man Business TV, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not playing with it. I'm not trying to do it for likes and clicks. The likes and clicks just come. Make sure you hit the like button. Run them likes up. You're going to get a chance to be in the game. You're going to be a chance to roll with the click. You're going to have a chance to say all of that you down with the set. But what everybody likes to leave out is that you're going to be extorted. You're going to be extorted when it come to that. And you had Black Sam, you had Nipsey Hussle scratch up $250,000 before Black Sam went to jail, and nobody's extorting them. So to me, right? That's where the animosity in the hood comes in at, because all of the different rolling 60 clicks, all of the dudes repping the same gang, they not running around with Rolexes on. They not running around and on Beamers, drop top Benzes. They not wearing a big ass Malcolm X chain with the Cuban link, 1,000 gram a kilo on your neck. These other sets don't know nothing about that. You understand what I'm saying? And you got Nipsey Hussle, you got Black Sam, you got Adam, you got they little clique starting to touch that paper and ain't nobody extorting them. Big U, being the name, being the face for the Rolling 60 Crip, he ain't get a piece of that 250,000. Nobody thought about that. Nobody was able to really put two and two together and connect the dots right there. That's where the animosity started at. But see, we gonna get into this, and we gonna go deeper, because it's way deeper than rap. It's deeper than the surface. And I always let you know that the root is the same thing. The fruit and the root are the same thing. There is no difference between the root and the fruit, my G. It's all the same thing, right? But that DVD era was a magical era, homie. And you had to be there. You had to live through it to be able to know what I'm talking about. So when I heard Black Sam talking about getting that kind of money, man, listen, homie, dudes was selling CDs for $20. You could print one up for like $1.50. You could go buy 500 CDs and print them up and sell them for, man, that shit was better than crack, homie. It was better than any kind of dope you could sell. It was better than anything on the street, the DVD era. And like I say, I ain't gonna front like I got no DVD money, but I got homies that ended up having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVD scanners and printers and was doing their thing, homie. I got one homie that went to jail behind them DVDs. So the beginning of a hustle, the beginning of a legacy. You understand what I'm saying? The beginning of real men standing on grown man business within the gang, even within the gang. These might have been the first dudes on Crenshaw that were real men. You wasn't just going to extort them. You wasn't just going to take their money. They was willing to trip. They was willing to go to war behind it. You understand what I'm saying? So that was the beginning stages for me. That was alarming when he told that story, because he didn't tell the story about, no extortion. He didn't say nothing about Big U getting his hands in the pot. He didn't say nothing about that. He said him and his brother ran up $250,000. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now let's fast forward, because it's levels to this. And see, before we get to what happened in Nipsey Hussle, before we get into all the different angles of why he was targeted, right? I want to break down what what Black Sam was saying. I want to kind of give context to what he was saying. Now, he went to jail. He said he got locked up. Black Sam, they caught up with him. The federales caught up with him the same way Mav Hoffa caught up with Grown Man Business TV and put a strike on my channel. But that's a whole nother story. You feel me? The federales caught up to Black Sam and he went to jail. And Nipsey Hussle raps about this in The Marathon Continues. I was one of the dudes who was listening to Nipsey Hussle in 2014, 2015. The Marathon Continues album is the first album that I listened to. I was rocking with Nipsey. I've been to the Marathon store. I was at the Marathon store before it was a smart store. So I can speak on this. I'm not one of you dudes that just got on the nip because he died in X, Y, Z. No, it is what it is, right? Black Sam goes to jail. At this time, Nipsey Hussle is starting to rap. He's building his rap career. At this time is when Big U gets out, and Big U introduces Nipsey Hussle to Steve LaBelle. That's when Nipsey Hussle starts getting that traction. Steve LaBelle gets Nipsey Hussle some type of deal, some type of money got brought his way. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't even notice, and a lot of people don't understand this part is why this was the trick bag that Big U was using. This was the, he didn't have Black Sam there to back him up. This was the trick bag. I introduce you to Steve LaBelle. You get a record deal, or you get some money, you start making a name, you starting to blow up. Now it's all because of me. But you got to understand something. Nobody was rocking with Nip because he was a rolling 60 Crip. We was rocking with Nip because we saw the star in Nip. We saw the hustler in Nip. He related to the hustler in us. So Big U thinking, oh, I introduced you to Steve Lobel. I got you the deal. I put you in the studio. The whole time we rocking with Nip because of Nip. We not rocking with, we don't know who Big U is. And I'm talking about as far as the West Coast go. We don't know about y'all gang politics. That don't mean nothing to us. This where it starts to get sticky as well because, you know, Nipsey is in the studio. Nipsey is recording these mixtapes. Nipsey is starting to gain traction. Nipsey is starting to get, he's rising to fame. He's rising to stardom, right? And then as he starts to peak and as he starts to get on, you know, get on that level, Big Black Sam comes out of jail. Now let's break something down. When Black Sam comes out of jail, Nipsey Hussel has a issue in a run-in with Big U. Because now that Black Sam is out of jail, Black Sam is not with the extortion. Black Sam is one of those dudes that smile a lot, but he dangerous. So Big U said, you know what? Give me all the studio equipment back. Give me all the studio equipment back. You and Black Sam go do your thing. Y'all want to do what y'all want to do, but I want the studio equipment back. Follow me on this. So because Black Sam, you know what? Take the studio equipment back. That's when Nipsey Hussle sold his Cutlass. He sold his car. He got with Black Sam. He said, yo, I'm about to get into this music. I'm about to buy some equipment. Black Sam matched them the money on the equipment, and they bought their own equipment, and they started recording their own music without Big U. Now, this is where it starts to get choppy at. Nipsey Hussle does a song called You Don't Have a Clue. Now, listen, I know a lot of y'all ain't know, y'all wasn't into Nipsey Hussle music like that, but I was. That's why you could come here and get this game. You can get this knowledge. We could chop game on this. Nipsey did a song called You Don't Have a Clue. You don't have a clue on what you want to do. I'm busy getting rich. You think that I'm going to stop for you? I did this on my own. Everybody know it's true. Still niggas act like they supposed to have a piece of what I do. That's what he said in the song. That's what he, and see, when I first heard this song again, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from VA. I know nothing about gang politics on the West Coast. I know nothing about that. But everybody on the West Coast knew what Nipsey was doing. They knew who he was talking to. He was talking to Big U. And I suggest everybody that watched this video, everybody that's locked in, y'all go to your Spotify, right? Go to the CD called The Marathon Continues. It's a song up there called You Don't Have a Clue. I'm not going to play it because you already know they on my channel. You know what I'm saying? No Hoffa got the Federales on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, slow down, Jackie. We gonna get to that. But this is before he did the Crenshaw move. Oh, we're gonna talk about that, Jackie. Salute. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're gonna talk about that. But you know, you gotta take it one step at a time. This is before he did the Crenshaw situation. We talking about it. He gave the equipment. Big U took the equipment back. Nipsey Hussle and Black Sam bought their own equipment and they recorded The Marathon Continues. Nipsey had a song up there called You Don't Have a Clue. Here it is right here. This is the song. You Don't Have a Clue. Nipsey Hussle. This is the album, The Marathon, that I'm talking. He don't got no beard. This is a young Nipsey Hussle right here. Fire album. That's the album that introduced me to Nipsey Hussle. You don't have a clue of what you want to do. I'm busy getting rich. You think that I'ma stop for you? I did this on my own and everybody know it's true. Still niggas act like they supposed to have a piece of what I do. But nigga, you ain't got a clue of what you even do. Ooh, I mean, he was talking crazy to Big U. This is where it gets sticky at. Big U hears this song. And he says, you know what, Nipsey Hussle, it's time for you to get disciplined. We're going to discipline you, homie. Now, I don't know if y'all heard about that, but I can break that down. You know, he comes to the shop. Him and Nipsey Hussle go into that alley right there, and they scrap and they fighting. It's a discipline. But guess what? Black Sam is not the one going for that. Black Sam is the dude saying we ain't having that. Black Sam come into the alley and he start licking shots, not at Big U, but in the air. Get off my brother. Right? Now it's beef. Now it's tension. Now you got the head of the Rolling 60 Crip going head to head with Nipsey Hussle, who's making his way. And from the outside looking in, he looked like the leader. He looked like the top, but it's really Big U. It's really Big Draws. It's really Debo. A lot of people don't understand that. Nipsey Hussle and Big U got into a big ass fight. The only reason why I got broken up is because, yeah, and you know what? Black Sam went to jail for that because he was licking shots off in the alley. The police came, he went to jail. Now, you gotta have this kind of context to be able to understand what's coming up, what's to follow. They do big numbers with the DVDs. They give they cut Big U out the money. They cut Big U out the deal. They cut Big U out the fame and the fortune. They cut Big U out the respect and the acknowledgement of Nipsey Hussle being made into a famous rap artist. They cut Big U out. Big U try to discipline Nipsey. Black Sam ain't having that. This mixed CD do very well. But what comes next and what Nipsey does next, this is when he gained attention. This is when the higher ups and the elites start paying attention to Nipsey Hussle. This is when Nipsey Hussle was targeted. This is when Nipsey Hussle was targeted. Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. You know, we talking about Nipsey Hussle, man. Salute to R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man. Nipsey the Great. We talking about Nipsey Hussle. So Nipsey Hussle does that CD. It does well. They cut Big U out the money. They cut Big U out the recognition. He has, now it's a problem. It's a beef between Nipsey and Big U. But Nipsey Hussle keeps on pushing. And Nipsey Hussle comes up with an album called the Crenshaw album. This album right here. This album right here, my G. Right here. This album right here is what made the higher ups and the elites pay attention to Nipsey Hussle. This is when they knew either he was going to get down or he was going to lay down. This album right here. This album right here is when the higher ups made the decision that Nipsey Hussle was either going to get down or he was going to lay down. And if you lay down, you're going to stay down. You understand what I'm saying to you? The Crenshaw album. Now, Nipsey Hussle drops this album. He sells it for $100 an album, and he sells 1,000 albums just one night, one pop-up show in LA. He makes $100,000 in one night. Big U don't have his hand in the pot. The higher ups and the elites don't got their hands in the pot. The record labels ain't got their hands in the pot. Nipsey Hussle figured out a way. He figured out a way to make all the money and cut everybody out. That's where F the middleman came. You remember that slogan, F the middleman? Yeah, Nipsey Hussle was all about that. $100,000 in one night in LA, and then he went to multiple different states and did the same thing. Multiple different states. $100,000 here, $100,000 there. He probably made $1 million. Where you think that Maybach? Nipsey bought an all-black Maybach. He was smoking in the Nipsey his whole demeanor changed after he dropped the Crenshaw album and he came up with the Proud to Pay. But this is where the higher ups and the elite said, you know what? He either going to get down or he going to lay down. This is where it got sticky for Nipsey Hussle. This is where it got real. Now, Nipsey thought that he was smarter than what he was. Nipsey thought that he was smarter than the higher ups and the elites. He thought he had the game mapped out and he didn't. That's why he ended up on that. Yeah, that's why he ended up on the ground in that parking lot. Because he thought he had the game sold up, and the higher-ups and the elites play chess at the highest level. They never stop playing chess, homie. Nah, Puffy didn't line him up. See, he got sent to Puffy to see if he was willing to bend, break, and fold, my G. He got sent to Puffy to see if Puffy could break him, if Puffy could record him, if Puffy could get him down with one of those freak offs, if Puffy could get him to bend, break, and fold. But guess what? Puffy failed, homie. Puffy worked on the album. Puffy did what he asked him to do. But Puffy didn't get him drunk. Puffy didn't get him to drink that Diddy juice. Oof. So when Nipsey Hussle came back to LA, the higher-ups and the elites got at Puffy. What's going on? He wasn't with it. He wouldn't smoke the weed that I gave him. He wouldn't drink the Diddy juice I was trying to give him. He wasn't with it, homie. He gonna be a little bit harder to get. He gonna be a little bit tougher to get your hands on than the average rapper. He's not the average rapper. Y'all got a problem on your hands. See, Diddy let them know. Diddy let them know that he's not Meek Mills. This is not a Meeky Mills right here. We're not gonna be able to get him to the freak offs. This guy is not with that. He's a man. This is not Meeky Mills. He's not gonna bunny hop on a tennis court for billionaires. This guy right here. Y'all gonna have to play a little bit more smarter when y'all play chess with him. Y'all gonna see Diddy was just a ploy. Diddy was a, let's see if we could just get, everybody loves Diddy. Everybody loves Diddy. Everybody wants to party with Diddy. Let's see if we could get him out there with Diddy, man. Make it easy for us. We ain't got to do nothing. Diddy get him on one. Diddy get him to a freak off. Diddy get him drinking that Diddy juice. And we won't even have to worry about it. But guess what? Diddy failed. So here we are. You got a young, I'm going to call him, he's an African, but I'm going to call him a young black gangbanger that figured out how to beat the system, that figured out how to get the money out of the higher-ups and the elites and not let, with no cuts. No, we're not sharing the money. He figured out and he beat them at their own game. So, and he running wild, son. Diddy couldn't even break him. What we gonna do? Now, you got to understand something. You got to understand something. Nipsey knew that the higher-ups and the elites was coming. But he wasn't smart enough to play chess with him. How do you know that, Grown Man Business TV? Well, when Nipsey Hussle went on to the Breakfast Club, now mind you, this is well after he dropped this Crenshaw album. Not only did he drop the Crenshaw album, let me slow down. Not only did he drop the Crenshaw album, he dropped another album called, what was that album called? Mailbox Money. Mailbox Money. I'm giving y'all some game on Nipsey. I'm giving y'all deeper context on what his brother was talking about and why it came and why it ended up the way it ended up, homie. He dropped another album called Mailbox Money. Let's talk. Right here, you see that? Mailbox Money. I would suggest everybody, when you get your time, when you start running through your playlist and you start doing what you do and you cleaning the house and you listening to your music, that you tap into these albums. Now look at Nipsey. Look at Nipsey. Look at the difference. He got all the chains on. He got the Rolex on. Look at Nipsey. Look at the change in his demeanor. Look at the change. He got the leather jacket. He looking like money now. And he called it Mailbox Money. Because that's how the higher-ups and the elites eat off of you rappers. That's how the higher-ups and the elites eat off of you entertainers. That's how they eat off you puppets. It's called mailbox money. It's called residuals. It's called publishing. That publishing money come in the mail, my G. Yeah, it come in the mail. It come quarterly. So now you got Nipsey Hussle. He done made $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Nobody know how much he made. He wouldn't tell. Nobody knows. He riding around in Maybachs. He got the Rolex. He got big ass Cubans. He done cut Big U out the pot. Not only Big U, but the higher ups and the elites. They ain't got none of the money. They tried to sign him to some deals. He turning all the deals down. He's saying, no, we good over here. They send him to Diddy. They send him to Puffy. They try to get Puffy to get him with the Diddy juice. He say, nah, I'm good. Puffy can't even get him. Now he's a threat to the establishment. Now he's a threat to the establishment. So here we go. Nipsey goes, no, matter of fact, let's stay with Mailbox Money. Now he's selling Mailbox Money $1,000 a CD. Salute, Supreme Science 777. What it do, my G? Now he's selling Mailbox Money for $1,000 a CD. And I think he sold like 80 CDs for $1,000. Quick 100,000, 80,000. Untaxed money straight to the pocket, direct to consumer. Things you rappers ain't supposed to know about. Things that you puppets ain't supposed to know about. Y'all ain't supposed to know about direct to consumer. Y'all supposed to go through Spotify. Y'all supposed to go through the higher ups and the elites. Now he's getting money. He's feeling himself. He goes to the Breakfast Club and he talks about Dr. Sebi and he talks about publishing and he talks about a book called The Spook by the Door. The Spook by the Door. It's a book about a federal agent that worked for the government, but he was an ex-gang member. And every time the government had plans to infiltrate the black community, this particular federale, this particular dude sit by the door and listen to the information, and he'd go back and tell his homies what the government and what the feds was going to do. The book is called The Spook by the Door. Now, you might not have known what he was talking about, but I guarantee you, trust me, the higher ups and the elites, they were alarmed when he told us about that book. They was alarmed when they figured out that he read that book. The Spook by the Door. Nasty work, homie. Nasty work. Yeah, Nipsey was on a whole nother level. Now, I say all that to give you the game and give you some context on what Black Sam was talking about. Now, let's fast forward to Nipsey Hussle losing it. Let's fast forward to the meat and potatoes of the situation. Pause. Let's get into this. Nipsey do the whole thing. He's moving around the industry. He's now rubbing shoulders. He's now got his hands in the cryptocurrency, something that at the time we didn't know was going to be such a big deal. But Nipsey Hussle had invested in large sums of money into cryptocurrency out there in Toronto. Large sums of money. It's video footage of it. He also was invested into a casino that was going to be built out there in Vegas, a whole fucking casino. He had Vector 90 out there in Crenshaw showing young people, young black and brown youth, how to code and how to beat the system. Vector 90. Right? You understand? He didn't have a deal yet, but he was now at this present moment, Nipsey Hussle is he's treading the fence. You don't get to these levels without getting in bed with the higher ups and the elites. But Nipsey Hussle didn't fully get in bed yet. He had one foot in and he had one foot out. He was rubbing shoulders with the higher ups and the elites, but he wasn't giving them what they wanted. He was structuring his deals and his contracts in a certain way where they wasn't getting what they wanted, homie. Oh, everybody was a snake around him, homie. Yeah, dude that did the Vector 90 shit, he's also the one that got him involved with the casino. It looked like he's helping Nipsey, but he's using his likeness. He's using his celebrity. He's using his reputation to take shit to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people, that guy was a snake. Everybody around Nipsey Hussle were being used by the higher ups and the elites. Everybody, all the way down to Cowboy. All the way down to Cowboy, homie. Everybody was put in play. Everybody was being moved on the chessboard of life by the higher ups and the elites to trap Nipsey Hussle. Not only to trap him, but to assassinate, to delete, homie. So now Nipsey Hussle, he's structuring his deals a certain way. He's doing business a certain way, and he starts to talk about a documentary about Dr. Sebi. So now not only is he getting money, not only is he beating the higher ups and the elites at their own game, now he wants to tell young black people how to code, and he wants to tell young black people how to be healthy. I'm trying to give y'all everything in this live, but it's so much. Not only is he teaching black people how to be healthy, he's talking about community and opportunity zones. He's telling black people on Crenshaw, don't sell your houses to them people. We'll buy your house if you gotta sell it. Don't sell your house, we'll buy it. He also has one of the most lucrative properties in LA. He has a whole corner on Crenshaw and Slauson. Man, this shit is deep, homie. It's wicked. Them Russians, them people wanted that property, homie. It's so many different variables of why he lost his life. It's so many different angles on why he got smoked, and they used the smallest portion of it. You know, Big U, gang violence, protecting the hood, protecting DJ Khaled. That shit is so minute. Yeah, I said it. It's minute. It's such a peon. It's so small to what really was going on. But let's talk about what they giving you. Let's talk about, you know, what they feeding you, what narrative that they painting for you. Well, you know, they say, hey, listen, they saying it's because he had to protect DJ Khaled. Big U was a pawn, homie. So let's talk about that. Nipsey Hussle finally gets to the point where he's dropping his debut album, Victory Lap. One of the songs that was done for Victory Lap but didn't go to Victory Lap was put on DJ Khaled's upcoming album, was called Higher. And in this song, he had DJ Khaled and he had, you know, John Legend, and he brought them to the Rolling 60 Crip neighborhood. And he did it without going through Big U, because I told you, they already cut Big U out. They already gave Big U the cold shoulder. He has nothing to do with what Nipsey Hussle is doing. He has nothing to do with it. Nipsey Hussle is now looking like the leader of the Rolling 60 Crip. To the world, he's the leader, my G. To the world. You understand? But you still got a Big U playing Debo, right? So what they wanted Nipsey to do was to bring DJ Khaled to Big U and then bring him to the hood. Why do you think that Nipsey Hussle didn't bring DJ Khaled to Big U? Why do you think, I'm asking you, why do you think he skipped over Big U, got his brother and his homies to protect DJ Khaled, and got him in and got him out? Because Big U is an extortionist. You got to ask yourself, why would they care so much about DJ Khaled coming to the hood, homie? Why would they care about it? Because if you come to the hood, you need to be extorted. You need to pay some money so that you could come to the hood. But no, Nipsey was a real man. Nipsey, that's petty larceny. That's petty crook shit. That's a cat burglar, homie. You can't be a man and be extorting a dude like DJ Khaled, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, that shit make you look like less than a man. It make you look cheap. It make you look broke when you got a dude like DJ Khaled worth $100 million and you trying to get 50,000 out of him. You trying to get 60,000 out of him. A watch. So the only reason why Big U was upset, the only reason why, you know, like Black Sam said, it was some people that felt the way about that, is because they didn't get a chance to extort DJ Khaled. They didn't get a chance to get a quick 50,000 out of DJ Khaled. Nasty work, homie. You understand? You follow me? So that's where the problem came at. You brought DJ Khaled and John Legend to the hood, and you ain't let us extort them. You ain't let us get our money out of them. Nasty work, homie. absolutely disgusting work, if you ask me. So now we got a problem. And what the higher ups and the elites do is they watch. They watch for chinks in your armor. They watch for fighting. They watch for drama. They sit back and they say, you know what? Okay, oh shit, we got an opportunity. Big U is upset with Nipsey Hussle. Pull Big U to, listen, homie, it get deep, homie. I'm going to tell you what they did. They pulled Big U to the side and they ran the play. They said, we got to get rid of this guy. He's not respecting the process. He's bringing all of these neighborhoods together. He's bringing peace. We don't need these gangs to be having peace. We need them at war. We need these gangs to be killing each other. We don't need them to be at peace with each other. We need them at war with each other. We're going to get rid of them, homie. We're going to make it look like gang violence. All right? Listen, once you get rid of Nipsey Hussle, we're going to put you in. We're going to put you on a payroll. We're going to have you making $500,000 a year. All you got to do is walk around and work for the fucking government. Big U is a government official. He works for the government. Don't worry, it get deep. We're going to take it to a whole nother level. We're going to take it to a whole nother level, but we got to get rid of this dude. Aggressive intelligence. Aggressive intelligence. That's what he represents. And we don't need these gang members being aggressive intelligence. We need them to be young, dumb, stupid gang members. Nipsey Hussle is preaching. Listen, he's preaching, aggressive intelligence. And we don't need these dudes being intelligent. We don't need these dudes being aggressive and intelligent. We need them to be young and dumb and gun happy and trigger happy. And we need them committing crimes so that we need to get rid of Nipsey Hussle. That property, I mean, it get deep. But Big U, we just need Nipsey Hussle out of here. Okay, I got something for you, baby. You said I'm going to make $500,000. Don't worry, I got something for you. Matter of fact, I got a young hitter. He'll do the job. Don't worry about it. I'm going to send him in there. And that's what happened. You got to know something. Shitty Cuz would have never went to the Rolling 60 Crip hood without the okay from Big U. Shitty Cuz would have never went back to that neighborhood without the okay of Big U because he had a snitch jacket on it. Yeah, that's why he ain't been around in a while. Nipsey said he had respect in 100 sets. Nipsey was the only Rolling 60 Crip member that could go to all these different neighborhoods and get respect. And he was preaching peace, homie. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Salute to the chat, man. 91 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. You feel me? We gonna talk about this. Yeah, we gonna talk about this. We not gonna let them play in your face. Yeah, the politics is tricky, but it's not that tricky. Hold on, we got this big chicken. Let me get this chicken up out of here. Salute to the chat. You already know how we give it up. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, Nipsey was set up. And he was set up by Big U allegedly. Hold on, guys. You know how we give it up. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, you already know how we do. We back at the big house. Salute, salute. Yeah, man, I got some baked chicken going on in there. You know, this is grown man business. This is not a again, you know, we found the lane and we carved out a lane for the real. Big salute, appreciate that to the chat. So we're not here to, we're not here to make it look like these other dudes, man, and they make it look a certain way and they funking and faking and how they said, how we used to say it back in the day. You ain't got, they faking. Damn, I can't even think of it. Crazy, it's crazy. I can't think of it. But listen, this is grown man business, homie. So as I'm talking to y'all, you gotta understand something, man. I'm cooking dinner for the family. I'm baking chicken. My daughter says she want that, daddy. I want your baked chicken. I'm baking chicken for the family. You understand what I'm saying? And we gonna get this content done. So you gotta know something, right? I really want to play this audio, right? But I'm so nervous. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. And I don't know how you dudes get, I don't know how y'all get away with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as playing the audio. But Black Sam said Eric Holder was sent. Matter of fact, hold on. Here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this.
That's the throw off. Or the Bloods did it. Or the Inglewood families did it. Or the BPS. That's the throw off. Red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He
was supposed to do a job, Eric Holder. Like I said, allegedly, the LAPD pulled Big U to the side. They said, we got a common problem. We got a common issue, Nipsey Hussel. You don't like him for the reasons you don't like him. And trust me, we got to get rid of this dude. They had absolutely no control over Nipsey Hussel. Nipsey Hussel told them on the Breakfast Club that he was the spook by the door. He said he was going to name his next album The Spook by the Door. You got to know something, man. It's deep as wicked and it's always deeper than rap. So imagine Nipsey Hussle naming his album The Spook by the Door and then explaining to the young youth what that is and what book. And imagine how many young black niggas would have went and read that book. They pulled Big U to the side allegedly, and they said, listen, man, we got a job, and you're going to be able to get Big U. How is it that after Nipsey Hussle died, Big U got a job working for the government, for the LAPD, making $500,000 a year as a community leader, as a gang leader, that somebody that can walk and help diffuse. He's supposed to walk around and diffuse problems in the hood, and not only diffuse the problems and beefs between different hoods, but he has to document it. This nigga got an app that he goes on and he documents the beefs that he stops and the beefs that he, come on, homie. Nipsey was doing that without the LAPD. He was doing that without the help of the government. Nipsey would have never did that. Nipsey did. That's why I say, I always say this. Nipsey surpassed Big U. Big U is a petty crook. He is a cat burglar. Is an extortionist. He's not a leader. He's not Nipsey Hussle. He's not a king. He never seen 100 million. He never seen 1 million. He never drove Bentleys and Lamborghinis up and down Slauson. He didn't make that shit look good. Big U made Slauson look dirty. He made it look nasty. He made them boys look like they was fiending for 50,000. That we need to extort you rappers. Nasty work, homie. And I'm not from LA, so I don't fall under the gang politics. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I don't fear Big U. I don't fear Debo, nigga. Where I'm from, we would have did something to Big U. We would have did something to homie. Homie, I don't care how big you are. One gun, one bullet, do it all. Do justice, homie. You know, when I heard And we're gonna go further into this because we're gonna really get deeper into this. But I heard Big Boy say to Black Sam that, you know, he could only imagine how Black Sam felt, because when we found out that Nipsey Hussle died, we all was like torn up behind that shit. I was torn up behind it. I got a picture of Nipsey Hussle, $1,000 painting, canvas painting of Nipsey, homie, because he influenced and he really helped shape my hustle. I learned a lot from Nipsey Hussle just through his music, my G. I learned a lot from his music, homie. The Marathon Continues, Crenshaw, Mailbox Money, Victory Lap, like the shit he gave up, the game he gave up, it tore me apart to hear what happened to him, man. It really did something to me, bro. So I can only imagine what Black Sam is going through, even to this day. To this day. And then you got dirty ass dudes like Big U running around, still looking dirty, still looking dingy. Like, man, before I go, let me say this. You know, LA is gonna be cursed for 100 years for what y'all let happen to Nipsey Hussle. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care what excuses you got. Somebody else supposed to die right there with Nipsey. Somebody's supposed to die for that. And it been a black cloud over LA ever since Nipsey lost his life. And I respect what Kendrick Lamar doing. I respect what he did. I respect that he did the concert. But I'm just telling you that Kendrick Lamar can't even bring what Nipsey Hussle was bringing. Kendrick Lamar, massive, amazing artist. But Kendrick Lamar never got in that ride. He never went in the back of the buildings. He never experienced being a gang member. He can't bring what Nipsey Hussle brought because he never experienced. He didn't go through when you are, it's like a Messiah, homie. Jesus had to go along and walk amongst the pimps and the hoes and the thieves and the criminals and the murderers. Jesus even did that. Jesus was around the hoes. He was around the pimps. You got to go through the life. You got to really experience it before you can change everything. And Kendrick didn't do that. So even with Kendrick Lamar doing what he did, LA is cursed for the next 100 years, homie. Nipsey Hussle was y'all way out. Nipsey Hussle was, I don't know if y'all even know what the fuck y'all had in y'all hands, because it seemed like y'all just chalked it up to gang violence. Y'all just chalked it up to somebody. Nah, homie. Nah, it's a reason why we feel how we feel about Nipsey Hussle. It's a reason why we still talking about him. Y'all effed up with that. Y'all messed up. Not for us, for y'all. It's over. Man, what West Coast artists we rocking with like that? Kendrick Lamar did his thing. We rock with Kendrick. But Kendrick ain't outside like Nipsey Hussle. Kendrick ain't got no influence. We just like what he was talking. Man, that nigga ain't like that. Nah, man. K-Dot is not it. They not like us. That was cool, homie. That was cool. But what, bruh, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than they just not like us. Or this song. It's deeper than that. What you doing? Nipsey had niggas reading books. Nipsey had gang members not doing gang violence. Nipsey was bringing peace. Nipsey had niggas going to school. Nipsey had niggas hustling, homie. Kendrick don't speak to the hustler in us. Nipsey had niggas wanting to get a Rolex. Nipsey had niggas wanting to stack. Nipsey had a song called "Where Your Money At." You ain't had 100 stacks? Yo, chill. Where your money at? You want 100 stacks? You ain't done with that. Hey, where your money at? Hey, where your money at? Hey, where your money at? Yo, that shit used to, come on, son. If you know, you know. If you know, then you know, my G. If you don't know, word to Pusha T. Word to Virginia, homie. If you know, then you know. Where your money at? You ain't had 100 stack. You ain't nothing. That nigga Hussle said, where your money at? You ain't count 100 racks. You ain't nothing like Nip Hussle. What you done to that? Hey, where your money at? Kendrick don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something before we get back into what happened to Nipsey, right? And I'm passionate about this. You know, I'm passionate about that shit, homie. I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't get a chance to meet Nipsey, but my first time going to Cali, I went to the Marathon store. You can ask my old lady, you can ask my wife. My first time going to Cali, I was on Crenshaw. I got a friend on Slauson. My wife said, "We are in California. Where do you want to go?" I said the Marathon store. We put it in the navigation. That shit said 2-3 minutes away. We was right down the street from it. The difference between Nipsey Hussle and Kendrick Lamar is called the demonstration. That's something that Nipsey Hussle used to always talk about. The demonstration, my G. You have to have a demonstration. We got to see you get this money. We got to see you hustle. We got to see you beat the system, nigga. And then we believe it. We got to see that you was a gang member. Now the gang members will listen to you. You can't, nobody don't listen to Kendrick Lamar like that, homie. I know like it feel like it's like that and it look real, but it's not real. Kendrick got them dudes to get on stage, dance around, you know, do the crip walk. And after that, them same gang members went back to their neighborhood, nigga, and got back on gang banging time. So the higher ups and the elites, they reached out to Big U allegedly. They put Big U in their pocket because, again, Big U been one of these dudes, one of these washed up old niggas, always trying to do something, trying to get involved in something, still trying to start businesses, still trying to figure it out, walking around dusty and musty. I ain't never seen Big U look like no money, right? So Big U and Nipsey Hussle, two different people. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, gang member, but he not somebody you could put in his pocket, homie. We getting money. I already showed y'all how we beat y'all out 100,000 every. I think I made 100,000 in 24 hours. But Big U, dusty, musty, washed up, rolling 60 Crip leader. Yeah, the higher ups and the elites pulled him to the side, allegedly. And they said, listen, man, we got to get rid of him. What can you do? And you know what Big U did? He got in contact with Shitty Cuz. And he lined Shitty Cuz ass up and told him, this is what you got to do. How do I know that? What make you say that, grown man business TV? Well, I'm going to tell you then. Shitty Cuz, listen, man, this is what we need you to do. We need you to get it done right. And if you get it done right, you might go to jail, but you ain't got to worry about no rolling 60 Crips. You ain't got to worry about no gang members kicking you in your ass. You ain't got to worry about that. Because if you don't do this, you can't come back to the hood. If we ever see you, you already know what it is. You got a snitch jacket on your back. Why you think ain't no rolling 60 Crip members put a foot in Eric Holder ass up there in jail? Why you think it's some Southside Mexicans doing it or these other guys? But why you think, imagine this, imagine Eric Holder did that on his own. It had nothing to do with Big U. Imagine the power that Big U got. Imagine him calling into the jail and saying, I don't care if he's in solitary. I don't care if he's in the population. If you in solitary, I can guarantee you Big U can get in contact with a police or niggas could get their hands on Eric Holder. Why you think he ain't been deleted yet, even in jail? Now let's talk about this. Because I always express this to y'all. Yeah, for sure. 100% you can get touched in PC. I always express this to y'all that when it come to our young black leaders, when it come to our black kings, when it come to the messiahs, you know, the higher ups and the elites are always looking for the next black messiah. They always, Lady JJ, I see you in the chat, salute. They always looking for the black messiah, homie. They know who the messiah is before we do. Because their job and their intelligence tells them to delete the messiah as soon as possible. And you can't just delete the messiah. You gotta kind of play this thing out a certain way. You gotta make it look a certain way. So they always use suicide, right? Yeah, self-deletion. They always use that. Gang violence or black on black violence, or a drug overdose. My bad. So you got self-deletion, you got gang violence, you got black on black violence, or you got a drug overdose. And all four of these things, as soon as we hear it, we sweep it right under the rug. We never really ask no questions after that. Self-deletion. Hey, he self-deleted himself. No, hey, man, damn. And then, you know, we just move on. We don't even ask no questions. Gang violence. Well, you know how them gang members do, man. The gang members, they're going to shoot each other. They're going to kill each other. Gang violence. And Nipsey Hussle just died to gang violence. Black on black crime. You know how them niggers is going to do. Them black people is going to shoot each other. They're going to kill each other. It's called black on black crime. Or drug overdose. Yeah, well, you know how black people do. Black people like to do drugs. They like to sniff coke. They like to get high. So, hey, you know, that was a drug overdose. Let's not look into it. They were high. You know, he took too much of those pills. He was smoking too much. It was fitting all in the coke. Let's not ask no more questions. Drug overdose. And with this particular situation, with Nipsey Hussle being a Rolling 60 Crip member, or X, whatever you want to call it, being associated with the gang violence was the easiest route. They already knew that he had won over black people, so it wasn't going to just be black on black crime. It wasn't just going to be some black person doing that to Nipsey. It had to be a gang situation. And what's the best thing? Well, you know, gang members don't like to be called snitches. So we're going to say that Nipsey Hussle called that man a snitch. Oh, they'll eat it up. They'll eat it right up that Nipsey Hussle called him a snitch. And when Nipsey Hussle called him a snitch, that's when he was deleted. That's when he lost it. Come on, homie. Come on, homie. Who better to get involved with it than Big U if it's going to be gang violence? Who better? Who better to line this up? They said they hadn't seen Shitty Cuz in about 6, 7, 8 months. Why is that? He wasn't good in the hood. Why would he just pop up? He would have never popped up in the hood without the okay from Big U. So now let's walk into this. Nipsey Hussle gets a call early in that Sunday morning, March 31st, to come to the store to give some guys some clothes that had just got out of jail. Everybody know Nipsey Hussle got a big heart. Nipsey Hussle gonna do what he can for you. He get up out of bed, break his sleep, go up to the Marathon store. You could tell in those pictures that the nigga was still half asleep. He wasn't even fully woke, like his face looked like he just woke up. Nasty work. Get him to the Marathon store. Big Black Sam ain't there. Hoggy ain't there. Jay Stone ain't there. The real shooters are not there. But you got Ram Paul soft ass. You got Cowboy cokehead ass. You got all these miscellaneous dudes standing around the king. All of these Judases standing around the king. Nipsey Hussle's in the parking lot. He's being greeted. It's normal. He's taking photos. He's taking videos. He's signing autographs. You know, it's Nipsey Hussle. And out of nowhere, Shitty Cuz Eric Holder walks around the corner. Now, like I said, Nipsey Hussle thought that he was smart, but this let me know that he was. You got to be a demon to play chess with the higher ups and the elites. You got to live demonically. You can't have God in you. You can't have positivity in you. You can't be a good person and play chess to the highest level. Here comes Shitty Cuz, and Nipsey Hussle didn't think one time, what's going on? Let me get out of here. Let me make my way to the store. Let me get away from this. Nipsey Hussle stood there the whole time because they had outsmarted Nipsey Hussle. How did they do that? Grown Man Business TV, how did they do that? Well, first and foremost, Nipsey Hussle and the LAPD was supposed to sit down, you know, the very next day and talk about gang violence. Okay, we already know he in the city. He got to be in the city. He got a meeting with the LAPD tomorrow. Nipsey is on cloud nine. Nipsey has dropped his album. Nipsey is blind to the fact that he's a target. He been playing chess real well for a long time, but at these levels, at these heights, my G, now it's miscalculations coming. A miscalculation was to see Shitty Cuz, a known rat that we ain't seen in 8 months, turn around and walk around the corner. A miscalculation was to get out the way. A miscalculation was not to have security up there with you, not to have a strap on you, to be, I'm talking fully naked. Miscalculations come when you get to that level, homie. When you get to a certain level, the higher ups and the elites have not, listen, man, they undefeated, homie. The higher ups and the elites are undefeated. When it come to Martin Luther King, when it come to Bobby Seale, when it come to Huey P. Newton, when it come to Malcolm X, when it come to the leaders, homie. Yeah, I'm passionate about this because you got to understand something. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right here. The miscalculation is to get out the way. And, you know, now you're standing around. You got a dude that got a snitch jacket coming up, and you having conversations with him, and you having back and forths with him, and you talking to him. Nasty work, my G. The miscalculations. Yeah, nasty work, right? Eric Holder walk off. Nipsey Hussel don't got enough gumption in his mind to say, let me get in the store where it's protection at. Let me get from over here. That was already out of pocket. That was out of the ordinary for a known rat to walk up on us the way he just walked up on us. Let me get up out of here. Nipsey is he's stuck in a moment. And the play is being ran. The play is being ran, homie. Nasty work. Nasty work. We're going to talk because this part right here is why we'll talk about that. Here comes Eric Holder, back around the corner. No shirt on. No shirt. Nipsey Hussle still ain't paying no attention, homie, because when you get to a certain level, you got to be a demonic person. You got to be like Puff Daddy. You got to be a young P. Diddy to be able to get to a certain level and see clearly. You got to be demonic. You can't get to a certain level in this industry and have a pure heart and think that you're going to be able to make the proper calculations. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. The play being ran, homie. Nasty work. Now, mind you, homie was so nervous. He was so scared that the first couple of shots that he let off didn't even do the work, didn't even do the job. He wasn't sure if he got the job done or not, right? This is where I was going back and forth with a lot. You know, I went back and forth with Spider Loke. Spider Loke know my name. Spider Loke know about Grown Man Business TV. Look at my archives. Me and Spider Loke was going back and forth because I was calling them Cali dudes some hoes out here. A whole. Because, yeah, gunshots was going off, but after a couple shots go off, homie, we always double back. Niggas ain't that scared. But Rampaw, right? Rampaw, one of Nipsey Hussle closest homies, Cowboy. When the guns go off, these niggas is nowhere to be found. Don't get me wrong. We hear gunshots, we move around a little bit, but we don't disappear, homie. Especially if we look up and one of our homies ain't around. So niggas got to running and nobody see Nipsey Hussle. Why nobody come back? Because they all had their hands in the pot. These niggas turned to track stars. Not only did they do that, but they never came back. Let's talk about this, okay? They run off. The coast is so clear that Eric Holder turns around, comes back, and shoots some more. Oh, we ain't done yet. He turns back around, doubles back. He ran down on Nipsey 3 whole times, and nobody came out the store. Nobody came out the barbershop. Nobody came back around the corners. Nobody came back. Yeah, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's always deeper than rap, homie. The game is the game, and it was nasty work. And I went to war with Spider Loc. I told you, I went to war with mad YouTubers. This is one of those situations where I'm speaking to them West Coast niggas. I'm telling them they softer than Dollar Tree cotton. Why y'all ain't ride for Nipsey? How y'all let that happen to Nipsey, son? Dark cloud over LA is cursed for the next 100 years. Y'all ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna take a whole new. Y'all might have to wait for Nipsey Hussle's son to turn 20 to become a man before y'all get another chance at this. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You gotta know something, right? The game is made for y'all to bow down to the higher ups and the elites. The game is structured for y'all to get money and bow down to the higher ups and the elites. And as soon as one of us figure out how to cut out the middleman, yeah, Nipsey had a whole campaign saying F the middleman. Soon as we learn how to do that, you gotta go, homie. You gotta go. Weed strands, cannabis. This dude was on a whole nother level. He easily had $100 million plate waiting on him. Let's get back to Big U. Nipsey Hussle loses his life, homie. Everybody is in shambles. Even Jay-Z, even Beyonce. You got a lot of people, homie, that really was reaching out and just, that shit was terrible, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that right there was like, Young Dolph was the next one. I'm gonna do a whole pre-recorded about Young Dolph. He's next. It was nasty work, right? And I remember watching Big U because everybody was already talking about Big U. The spotlight been on Big U ever since Nipsey got smoked, ever since he got deleted, right? And it was a live stream that I watched Big U do. And Big U, somebody in the live stream, I'm gonna try to find it, man. You know, I gotta be careful with this YouTube shit. These niggas, you know, hold on. These dudes, man, yeah, just gotta be careful, man. Listen, look, it came right up. I ain't even have to put a whole name in. Shit came right up. I want y'all to look at this. Let's see. Oh, nigga, what you waiting on? You got to tell me what you waiting on. Justice for them. Now listen, and this is when I knew 100% in my spirit, I knew for a fact, homie, allegedly, that Big U did exactly what I explained to y'all what he did, homie. He was used as a pawn to get rid of Nipsey Hussle. And you got to know, a lot of people didn't understand or know that Nipsey Hussle was and Big U had totally fallen out. A lot of people still believe that if you touch Nipsey, you got to talk to Big U. If you touch Nipsey Hussle, a rolling 60 Crip, a king, then you have to pay for Big U. But a lot of people just didn't understand that they had fallen out. That's why Big U be looking dusty, homie. You ain't never seen him with a Rolex. You ain't never seen him look like no money. You ain't never seen him move. You can't hide money, homie. Trust me. You could be one of the most, you know, chill dudes that don't do much and just sit back and get your money. But it's gonna be something that show money, homie. You can't hide this shit. And until you touch money, you might not know that. But I know that. I'm telling you, homie. You get a couple $100,000, nigga, you gonna buy something. You probably ain't never been to Neiman Marcus in your life. Nigga, let me tell you something. I ain't never been to Neiman Marcus until I got some paper. Oh, I got some paper, nigga. I went to Neiman's. I went to the Rolex store. Bro, you gonna do something, homie. A lot of the times, the dudes with money that don't like to spend it, they might wear no designer shit, but they'll have a $50,000 Rolex on it. It just is what it is. This is when I knew that Big U did what he did. Watch this live stream, homie. Watch this live stream. Watch this shit. You got to tell me what you waiting on. Damn, my mama broke you with a justice for them. Yo, the nigga said justice for Nip. Look at this.
Justice. Justice for them. Justice for them. Justice for them.
Nasty work, homie. Nasty work. Homie said justice for Nip. That nigga started laughing, bro. He started laughing, bro. This when I knew personally. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. I'm one of the ones that take the downloads for what they are. When I get the downloads, I don't fight them shits. When I get the downloads, homie, I sit with them because sometimes my mind might be moving too fast. But for the majority, for the most part, when I get the downloads, I look at them and I take them for what they are, and that's when I knew. Big you did that allegedly. And I don't care about gang politics. I never did, homie. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Virginia. We don't move like that. And you wouldn't. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big U is nasty work. Nasty work. You did bad, homie. And Crenshaw and Slauson ain't look like money since. Y'all ain't seen a Lamborghini. Y'all ain't seen a Mailbox. Y'all ain't seen no type of Rolls Royces. Y'all ain't seen nothing ride up and down Crenshaw and Slauson since Nipsey Hussel lost his life. Because this dude dusty. He was jealous of Nipsey Hussel. He wanted the fame. He wanted the fortune. He would say things like, he's rapping about my life. Nigga can't rap about your life, homie. He's rapping about my experience. Come on, son. You hear somebody say something like that, cut them off. They Judases. They the ones that's gonna stick the knife in your back. He rapping about this nigga laugh, homie. Nasty work, man. Nasty work. So after Nipsey Hussle passed away, you got dudes like this laughing, and he working for the government. Now let me take this a step further. Let me go a step further with this, and this really gonna take y'all over the top. This the last angle. Yeah, he gave everybody a question mark except for me. You know, I'm able to see through the smoke and mirrors. I get what he was doing. I understand that nobody's bigger than the program out there in Cali and the Rolling 60 Crips. They are the biggest Crip gang, the biggest Crip gang in California. I get that. So it wasn't a question mark for me. It was, I'm going to put this right here, and if you can see through the smoke and mirrors, then you can see through the smoke and mirrors. If not, then it ain't meant for you to see. It wasn't a question mark, homie. He said somebody was upset about DJ Khaled. This guy right here, Big U, is the only person that can be upset about DJ Khaled. Nobody else. So he told you exactly who he was talking about without telling you. You understand what I'm saying? He was sent over there. He said homie was sent over there like he was meant to do a job, like he was sent over there to do a job. The only one that could okay is Big U. Big U the only one that could okay that, allegedly. So he didn't leave a question mark. Yeah, he didn't leave a question mark. Now, I told y'all a lot of the things that Nipsey Hussle brought to the game. I told y'all a lot of the things what Nipsey Hussle was doing for the community, what he was doing just to the mind of hustlers. You know, where your money at? You ain't seen 100 racks? You ain't nothing like Nip Hussle. But yo, what? You ain't nothing like Nip Hussle, what they done to that. Hey, where your money at? Like, these songs, these spiritual, these hymns that he was singing, these vibrations that he was bringing into reality, homie, were on another level, right? And the main reason why they got rid of Nipsey, the main reason, out of all of the reasons, out of the money, out of him inciting the hustlers, out of him, you know, talking about opportunity zones and talking about real estate and buying up real estate, a real gang banging hood nigga buying up $1 million fucking real estate right in front of them people, right in front of the LAPD, right in front of the government officials, right in their face. Unapologetic too, you understand? Still getting high, still smoking big blunts. Yo, all of that. Out of him doing all of that, The main reason they got rid of Nipsey Hussle is because they wanted to give us Crip Mac. And that's gonna be my next live, man. I'm really, you know, and I'm just talking about it right now. They killed Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Crip Mac. They killed Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Brick Baby. Listen, let me be careful with the wording that I'm using. I got to be very careful. Two illiterate. I'm talking full-blown illiterate gang members. Nasty work. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Whack 100. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Crip Mac. So now think about this. Nipsey Hussle lose his life, right? They get him off the checkboard. They get him out of here. He's out of here. And now we see Crip Mac blow up out of nowhere. Nobody ever thought to put, you know, connect the dots. Nobody ever thought to themselves, like, how did this shit happen, homie? A halfway, I can't even say the R word. You know what I'm about. You know, a halfway, I can't say certain words up here, but you already know, mentally deranged. He's mental. I'm talking, yo, bro, on the highest level. You got the highest level of intelligence. It's called aggressive intelligence, what Nipsey Hussle was pushing. And you take that away, and now we got Crip Mac. 5-5 Crip! 5-5 Crip! We got Crip Mac. Talking about custard seeds and custard cut. You got custard seeds on five me? You 5 me? Like, yo, this is what they gave us after Nipsey Hussle. And nobody was able to say, let's connect the dots to this. How did this shit happen? Everybody just started saying 5-5 Crip. This motherfucker I'm talking about, blew up, bro. He blew up. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle when they gave us Crip Mac. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle when they gave us Whack 100. A 60-year-old man arguing back and forth with gang members, arguing back and forth with dudes in New York City, causing commotion, causing confusion. 60-year-old man, homie. He know how to get some money. He managing artists. He know about the industry. And instead of giving y'all the game and putting y'all in position, he causing confusion. I'm talking from the East to the West Coast. 5-5 Crip. It was good. I just wanted to say it one more time. Well, I'm talking. These motherfuckers wouldn't even be able to. They wouldn't see the light of day if Nipsey was still alive. If Nipsey was still alive in LA, I'm a dude from Virginia telling you that they wouldn't even have seen the light of day if Nip Hussle, because he called that goofy shit. He says, no, yo, he said, yo, ignore the goofy shit. Don't even acknowledge the goofy shit. That's what Nipsey said. That's what he was preaching to grown men. Telling grown men, yo, hey, hold up. That goofy shit, if it ain't getting you no money, even if it is getting you some money, if you selling integrity, don't even engage in that. Nipsey Hussle rolled down on academics. Nipsey Hussle had a whole issue. So these goofy ass content creators, these goofy ass dudes that they got all over the internet wouldn't have seen the light of day if Nipsey Hussle was alive. We got to get rid of Nipsey Hussle. We got to get rid of Nipsey Hussle, homie. You got Whack 100 talking about Nipsey Hussle is a Rainbow Coalition member and he got videotape of Nipsey Hussle and we ain't never seen the tape. And then you got dudes like Brick Baby who act like they cool with Nipsey Hussle but hang out with Whack 100, the same dude who said what he said about Nipsey Hussle. I'm talking see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what they push to the community. No loyalty, no integrity, no intelligence. You got Brick Baby interviewing a Rainbow Coalition Crip. I saw Brick Baby and Crip Mac sit down with a Hoover from Texas who said he got banged in the gang. I gotta be careful with you. I gotta be careful. He said he didn't get jumped in the gang, but he let the gang leader knock his boots. That's what he said. And Brick Baby and Crip Mac sat down and interviewed. Imagine if Nip Hussle was still alive. These niggas would be marked out. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle when they gave us Crip Mac. That shit right there, you ain't never heard another YouTuber say this. You ain't never heard another blogger give you this angle. You ain't never heard nobody give it to you like this. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle when they gave us Crip Mac. And look at the state of young niggas now. Look at what it looked like in Cali now. Look how much destruction and look how dirty it is out there. When the last time you been to Cali? I go out there all the time. I go to LA all the time. Now when I go to LA, I'm in a truck. I'm in an 18-wheeler. So I get to ride through LA. I get to look at how dirty it is out there without nobody looking back at me because I'm just another truck driver. I'm just another truck driver. I'm just getting some money, homie. And I done rolled down Crenshaw and Slauson. I seen how it was in 2013, 2015, when there was a lot of money out there. And I see it now where it's like abandoned buildings and all kind of bullshit going on and they about to gentrify. It's a lot of gentrification coming. They played y'all, homie. They played y'all. They played all of us. Because the whole opportunity zone situation that Nipsey was on was something that you could scale nationwide. I don't want this to go over your head or under your bridge. I know this ain't the typical talk that y'all used to having. But Nipsey Hussle, when he was talking about the opportunity zone that Donald Trump was giving to people, that Donald Trump was presenting about buying up your own neighborhood, buying up the property in your neighborhood, you know, buying back the block. It was a blueprint that could be scaled nationwide. Word to Nip, homie. Word to Nip. I'm just giving y'all the downloads. It was a blueprint that could be scaled nationwide. So they started it in LA. Then they was gonna go to Detroit. Then they was gonna go to Chicago. Then they was gonna go to Tennessee. They was gonna go to North Carolina, Virginia, Atlanta, New York, Jersey, and show niggas how to buy up the block. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, my G. It is what it is, man. The game is to be sold, not told. But where we at right now, niggas just gotta tell the game. We can't even sell it. You niggas ain't getting enough money to buy this kind of game. Y'all ain't even, niggas ain't getting enough money to buy the game no more. It was to be sold and not told, but you know what? I'm just gonna tell it. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Brick Baby. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle and they gave us Crip Mac. Salute to the chat, man. 101 people in here. Hit that like button, man. Word to Nip, man. Nasty work. Nasty work. LA been cursed for 100 years. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be real honest with you. Either LA is going to be cursed for 100 years or they're going to be cursed until the day we find out, we get the word Big U is out of here. That's going to be content for about 2 or 3 months. If we ever get a word and say something happened and Big U is out of here, R.I.P., you're going to see the clouds open up over LA. You're going to see clouds open up. You're going to see artists, 1 or 2 particular artists blow up and give that energy and take these niggas to the next level where they stop gang banging on each other, where they stop doing what they doing, where they stop letting the higher ups and the elites, you know, paint the narrative and play their ass out of position and play them like puppets for a little bit of money. And I know it sound harsh, homie, but when you make plays like that, when you take out kings and you take out the messiahs prematurely, somebody got to pay, man. And right now, LA is paying. The whole LA. Salute to the chat, man. Let me check y'all out, man. The downloads is downloading. Just Talk Real Talk. I see you in there. What it do, homie? Supreme. Hey, Wisdom B, Supreme Science. What it do, y'all? I see y'all in the chat. What it do? I'm just scrolling through. Let me see what we got in here. Yeah, let me see what we doing. Salute to the chat. Yeah. Nip. But you know what? Just Talk. A lot of people don't know this neither. When Nipsey died, Brick Baby and Nipsey Hussle was at odds with each other. They was beefing with each other. They had got into a physical altercation with each other. So when Nip passed away, they didn't reconcile. They hadn't fixed it. They hadn't come together and fixed that situation. When Nipsey passed away, they was beefing with each other for certain reasons, for goofy shit that them boys was doing. And it's video on YouTube of Brick Baby showing up to the funeral, showing up to the Staples Center, and Black Sam getting it cracking, Black Sam getting it popping. Yeah, hands and feet. It's video on YouTube of this. A Brick Baby trying to come to the funeral, acting like shit was sweet, acting like everything was X, Y, and Z. And yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Yo, and I don't wish death on nobody. The rebel, salute. I don't wish death on nobody. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my job. But you know, you gotta understand something, homie. I wouldn't be surprised neither. Because you can't, certain things, bro, you gotta understand. People don't understand this, right? When you go against certain energies, bro, and you do certain things on this planet, man, it's no way, even heaven don't want you. Even heaven don't want you. You understand what I'm saying? Even heaven don't want you. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And you got to think, man, right or wrong, left or right. If something happened to dude, imagine the content that's going to come from that. Something that happened to Big U, imagine how, something happened to Big U, imagine how many people going to bring up Nipsey Hussle. Imagine how many people go to talk about Nipsey. You can't get around that. You wasn't supposed to do that. Your name is now synonymous with Nip Hussle, homie. Somebody do something happen. He could die of old age. This nigga could die 100 years old. Let's say Big U died at 103 years old. Niggas is going to talk about what he did to Nipsey Hussle. It ain't going to be a lot of dudes talking about R.I.P. It ain't going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of dudes talking about, yo, well, you know, he was the one that lined Nipsey Hussle up. And it's going to be a lot of shit that's going to come out once they say, okay, well, he gone. He gone now. It's going to be a lot of motherfucking police people. It's going to be a lot of paperwork. It's going to be a lot of evidence come out showing this nigga lined up Nipsey Hussle. Word to Loose Cannon. Word to Loose Cannon, homie. Loose Cannon said Big U called him and said Nipsey Hussle had been assassinated. Loose Cannon said he called the hood and nothing had happened yet. And about 15 minutes later, Nipsey Hussle. So this nigga, come on, son. You think he just made that up? That's how oblivious these dudes be. Y'all think he just made, nah, man, nah. Nasty work. Nasty work, man. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, he, you know, one thing about like Nip, Biggie, you know, Tupac, they all got one thing in common where they all talk about, like, say certain things in a rhymes that I won't even say out loud. I don't even put it into the, but like they say, when I DIE, or I probably DIE, or, I probably DIE on the same streets. And they say things like this, and that shit really happens because words are spells. Words are powerful. The tongue is a sword. And when I listen to Nipsey music, he talk about that a lot. So he really spoke that shit into existence. I probably DIE in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And exactly what he said happened, bro. Same thing like Tupac, same thing like Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Words are spells. And that's why when I talk, even on this app, I try very hard to articulate in a proper manner. Like, I don't say, you never heard me say when I this or that and the third. I don't say this shit gonna happen to me or when it happened. I always direct it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Try to direct this shit somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because when you talk about when you do that shit gonna really, I be hearing Zip with the Drip say that a lot. You know, if I DIE, then it'll be whoop, whoop, whoop. You better stop saying that. For your ass become content. I'll leave y'all with this, right? Man, dude was so powerful. He was prolific. Nipsey Hussle was prolific. The rebel, exactly. That's kind of gonna segue me. Nipsey Hussle said, I heard him say one time that rap songs was spiritual, right? And right, you know, raps and music is a spiritual experience. And I was like, damn, how do you figure that? Like, I ain't get that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like what? Like like nigga writing raps is a spiritual experience. I was like, I don't know about that, right? But then he explained it, and I was like, damn, that's fact. So he said, when you write these raps, you go off into some other dimension, right? You get quiet and you see these words in your mind in another dimension, and you pick each word out and you grab each word and you line it up. You line it up and make it rhyme and whatever you want it to do, right? And then after you get done dwelling and going back and forth into that dimension, grabbing different words, you bring it into reality, where you go into the booth or you go into the room where your homies is at, wherever people is at, and now you say these words that you grabbed out your mind, you put it on paper, and then I say it to you. So now it went from me grabbing these words out of my mind, out of, you know, the third or fourth dimension, bringing it into this dimension, and then saying it to you and speaking it in this vibration. So it go from that vibration to the paper to now me speaking it into this vibration. So, and this shit was just, I mean, I don't mean to be long-winded, but it was just like, it really blew my mind, because I was like, damn. And he was like, so now I'm saying it to you, right, in this dimension. And that's, I mean, now I'm involving you in some spiritual shit that I just, you know what I'm saying? I just grabbed these words out of nowhere. Now you listening to me and you nodding your head to these words that I just grabbed I'm just grabbing these words, and now you going like this. And now you reciting this shit. Now you singing it. Now you memorized the words. Now you done memorized all the words that I done pulled out this third or fourth dimension that you can't even see, that I can't even see. Now you singing it. Now your daughter's singing it. Now your mama's singing it. Now I got the whole fucking world singing these words that I pulled. And I was like, damn, that was deep, son. That nigga Nip was deep, son. He was a whole nother. That nigga was the Messiah. That's why he looked like Jesus, or Jesus looked like him. That nigga looked like Jesus, bro. He looked like the Messiah. He was the Messiah, and he came down here. He gave us all this fucking game. He gave us everything. He started giving us all this knowledge, right? And when you start doing that, what happens down here? You get crucified, nigga. That concrete, that's the cross. That's the new age cross. That parking lot, that's the new age cross. You know how many black men, you know how many black messiahs, you know how many leaders got crucified and laid down on that cross? When he said that shit, I was like, I never thought about it like that. Like you figured, you think of these words, you thinking of these rhymes, you pulling these words out of your mind, out of the darkness of your brain. You put that shit on paper and you sing it to me. And then I say, damn, that sounds good. And then I start singing it. And now I control all these people with the words that I done say. Now everybody's under my spell. Prime example. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Doon, doon. They not like us. They not like us. That Kendrick Lamar sat down somewhere. He thought about this shit in another dimension. He saw the words, they not like us. He put it on paper. He went in the booth and he said it out loud. So he brought it from that dimension to this dimension. He recorded it. He played it on YouTube, and the whole fucking world started saying, they not like us. They not like us. Now, everybody for the last 2 months been under the spell of Kendrick Lamar saying they not like us. Nipsey broke that down to me and made me understand how spiritual writing music is. So you niggas be like, yo, I'll shoot your head off and nigga, I'll stab your ass down. That's why you can't get out. When you rap like that, that's why you can't figure out and you can't get out the rut that you in. That's why you can't be successful because you done made this rap song. You done made this rap song and the shit sound good. But what you saying in it is going, you can't be successful, homie. And I want to say that to the homie, Just Talk Real Talk. The song that you did over that beat, that Zip with the Drip beat, fire if you ask me. But the shit you saying in that song, homie, is gonna stop you from going to the next level. Those spells that you saying, those words that you saying that are spells, is gonna stop you from going to the next level. That's from me to you, Just Talk Real Talk. I don't know if you still in the chat. Fire. I mean, you spitting, homie, but I listen to the words and I'm like, you can't go to the next level casting those type of spells, homie. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Salute to the chat, local trees, what it do. Yeah, R.I.P. to Sandman Niggas. I don't really know, you know, I say R.I.P. to him, but I don't know what you know, I know he got killed. But I didn't know, I just remember seeing him in the video with Nip. So I can't say what he was really about or what he was on to. You know, but yeah, R.I.P. to that man. I watched the video when he got killed. And I know, man, it was a hit, especially when they said justice for Nip. Yeah, nasty work, man. Nasty work on me. Like, I mean, a well, I mean, when you take out a king, my G, when you take out a king, it gotta be a well orchestrated hit. Well orchestrated. It can't just be the shit got to be well orchestrated. Like Martin Luther King, we got to get you comfortable. Then we got to walk you out on this balcony. Somebody walked that man out on the balcony knowing his head was about to get blown off. Take it how you want to take it. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpner, whoever. Niggas walked him out on that balcony knowing his head was, you think Cowboy ain't know he was about to get smoked like that? Yeah, Cowboy, I said it, homie, allegedly. You knew that. Cowboy knew what was happening. Why you think nobody came back to help Nipsey? Them niggas was that scared of the gun. They was that scared of gunfire. All these gang members, all these rolling 60 Crips heard gunfire, ran, and never came back because they knew he had to be deleted. It couldn't just be that, you know, the job had to be done. So I don't care how Rand Paul feel about it. I think it's nasty work that Rand Paul ran off and never came back. Yeah, nigga, you supposed to took a bullet. You supposed to got hit. I don't want, yeah, you supposed to took one for Nip. That's how I feel about it. Same thing with you know, Cowboy. Well orchestrated. That's why every move I make it, you got to think about every move. You just get a random call to, you know, oh yeah, let me go get these niggas some clothes. Matter of fact, I'm going to just tell them to go up to the store. I'm going to call the people at the desk. I'm going to make sure they got some clothes. You get what you want. They're going to show you how to do it. But I got some business to handle. I would have lied and went back to sleep. I'm not breaking my sleep, nigga, to come get you free clothes. I'm not doing that. But when you're not thinking, you just get up and go. You just get up and go. Yeah, they boxed them in. Trust me. It was going to be, you got to play chess at the highest level to see that play. Once Nipsey got smoked, yeah, we can all see it in hindsight. But on a regular day, that was a regular day for Nip. Going to the shop, doing shit, taking pictures, making sure the shop is running. You know what I'm saying? Handling business. Beautiful Sunday. It was a beautiful, even on the East Coast, it was a beautiful Sunday, homie. I mean, sunny, like to get killed on a day like that, god damn. Damn. You know how much more weed niggas had to smoke, how much more money niggas was supposed to get? To get your head blown off on a day like that was nasty work, homie. Yeah, keep them in the lot. Yeah, don't let them go in the building. Nigga doing all this talking. That ain't normal, homie. Like, ain't nobody out, like, nobody got a scrap. Nobody got nothing. Keep him outside. He on his way. Don't trip. Keep him, make sure he outside. He on his way. talk about whatever. These niggas talking, this nigga taking pictures with babies and shit. Nigga would be like, yo, Nip, go in the store. Yo, when he come out, we another time. This guy right here. Who do you think did it? I think this is the guy right here.
Oh, nigga, what you waiting on? You got to tell me what you waiting on. Damn, my mama broke you with a justice for them. Damn, my mama broke you with a justice for them. Damn, my mama broke you with a justice for them. Damn, my mama broke you with a justice for them.
Look how that nigga laughed at him.
Justice for them.
That's who lined them up. Allegedly. Nasty work, son. Nasty. God damn, son. Nobody ain't did nothing to him yet. But those allegations, man, you had to go, son. Your head, you got to decapitate the king, son. It's over. Your ass to be out of here. Out of here, son. So, man, salute to the chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You already know how we giving it up. You know, we got to be real careful. I just did the little test thing. I did the little test. I did what I needed to do. So 90 days and we be back. 90 days, the copyright strike will be gone. 90 days, the warning to be gone. And we can get back to fully getting active. We going to stay active, but we got to be cautious on how we moving. These niggas ain't playing fair. You know, they ain't playing fair. You know what I'm saying? The police done, they done hit the channel. They done hit the channel. Yeah, nobody got back from them. They always use the excuse, well, it was Eric Holder, and what we supposed to do? Nigga, somebody's supposed to have some pull in jail. Nigga, somebody's supposed to have a security guard putting shit in his food. Somebody's supposed to, nigga, you know what? You know what? Maybe something gotta happen to your family, homie. You know, when it's war, you know, when you do shit like that, you put your mama at risk. You put your sister, your nieces, your nephews at risk. You put everybody at risk, homie. And I know it sound dangerous and I know it sound harsh, but that's just how I would give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's no way your family there just had to move, homie. Like, and then Brick, with what's the boy named Brick Baby? That's big shitty cuz. And the dude who killed Nip is little shitty cuz. So now big shitty cuz, you know, you will have to squabble every time we see you, homie. You would never, you know, it'd be a whole different, you know, yeah. You had your name shitty cuz, you have to squabble every time we see you. I don't care. You gonna have to squabble every time. Just cause your name is shitty cuz. That's just because that was your little homie. Just because that was your little homie, man. 100%. So, you know, nobody slid. You know, I will say this, you know, Jay Stone, he put out a lot of great music since Nipsey Hussle passed away. But nobody gonna slide for you, huh? Nobody gonna ride for you, man. Always remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I move for family. That's why you see me cooking dinner. It's kind of late. Hopefully that chicken to be done soon. Salute. Appreciate that sub, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We 108 minutes in, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We going live first thing in the morning. And we're gonna talk about Kamala Harris, man. We're gonna lock in about Kamala Harris. We're gonna lock in about some of the things I just want to talk about as far as what's going on with this campaign race, man. I thought it was nasty work what they did out there in Atlanta. And I never really got a chance to talk about that. We're going to really break that down because that was nasty work. You know, you see Kamala Harris in Cali. You see her in Wyoming. Why we don't see Megan Thee Stallion over there? Why we don't see Megan Thee Stallion busting it wide open in all these other states? But we saw Megan Thee Stallion busting it wide open in Atlanta. See, Atlanta, y'all got to open your eyes. Y'all being used. They using y'all like a whole tool out here. They really taking advantage of y'all. And we going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Yeah. Got Got rid of Nipsey Hussle and gave us Crip Mac. Got rid of Nipsey Hussle and gave us Brick Baby. Got rid of Nipsey Hussle and gave us Whack 100. Got rid of Nipsey Hussle. They got rid of Nipsey Hussle and gave us Crip Mac. Nasty work. So listen, man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. Yeah, you do know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the bricks into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. We giving you that game straight raw. Straight raw, my G. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Tap in and tap out, but you know my slogan, man. Big U, allegedly, you did bad, homie. And you gonna pay for that. You gonna have to pay for it. There's no way around it. You ain't gonna be successful. We don't care if you drop a documentary. We don't give a fuck what you do. Anything you do and it got the name Eugene or Big U on it, we gonna ask about what you did to Nipsey Hussle. You actually outdid yourself, homie. You did something so terrible. You did something so nasty that it don't matter what you do, you could never outdo or outlive or outshine what they saying you did to Nipsey Hussle. And we all waiting for the day. We all waiting, homie. Cause that day you gonna become content. You're gonna become some of the greatest content we ever talked about. We ever did videos on. You, homie. You is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Big salute to the chat. Peace out to everybody, man. Y'all have a great night, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you locked into the channel. And we gonna start running these numbers back up, and we gonna be live first thing in the morning tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Live, man. We going live. We about to be, we active. Is what it is.